Alright, first and most importantly, if we're going to start from the very beginning and we're going to kind of like napalm this down to ashes and we're going to start from the ground up. The first and most important thing to know, in my opinion, is that if you're going to start this instrument and you're going to try to start at the right base of it, is the first important rule to know is, if you've made this and you've looked at it, and if you haven't noticed already, that all of these outer notes are the exact same pattern as these notes. Example: C, C, G, G, D, D, A, E, E, B, B. All the way around. This outer ring mirrors and imitates this outer ring. So that's when we get into the first rule of the steel pan drum. The most important rule, which now everything is going to be based after rewind, play. This is going to be based after is when do you go from these outer notes to the inner notes, or what I've kind of called entering the pan. When do I go from these to these? And in my pan specifically is when you go from the C to the D, because chromatically, like on a piano, that's how this works. So you always stay on these outer notes if you're in a scale until you go from the C to the D or the C sharp to the D sharp. Example, this is what it would sound like. I'll do a quick scale to help show you the transitional part. Let's do an F scale, okay? I'm going to do F, G, A. I'm going to do a B flat C, and then a C to this D. That one to that one. Because if I went from this C to this D, this is what it would sound like. And that's the octave lower. So always go from this C to this D, and then if I was going to finish out that scale, I'd go D, E, F. Okay, that was an F scale. That was an F major scale. For the same rules that would apply from C to D sharp. C sharp to D sharp. C to D. So, anytime you're doing any of your scales, this is the first law and rule of the steel pan drum, is knowing when you go from these outer notes to these inner notes, which is from the C to the D and the C sharp to the D sharp. Okay? Cool. Let's call that a video, and then we'll do the next one on to major scales.